Time on the track.
You already know what this is, man. I'm talking about No Rap Cap Podcast, man. Just real raw shit. Can't get this shit over the counter, man. You gotta come rock with us to get this podcast medicine, man.
Yes, Lord.
I go by Gas, the realest.
I'm Mr. MEANA, the motivator, man. Here to motivate the nation. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get it.
Facts.
Gonna motivate the nation, man. You know what we do, man. Make sure you get your monthly memberships, man. Make sure you subscribe, man. Make sure you watch them shows. Make sure you watch them clips. And salute to everybody who rock with us and who been rocking with us, man. What's going on in the nation, man? Standing on nation business, you heard?
I know them terrorists busting our ass right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little concerned about that. You know what I'm saying? Shit shutting down ports and, water about to be, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of scary, you know what I'm saying? Like for, to a certain degree of this, you know what I'm saying? On that part of life, you know what I'm saying? That's the serious part.
I've been hearing people, I ain't lying, I've been hearing the dumbest people talk about it too. I've been hearing niggas talk about that shit. I'm like, damn, man, I ain't never seen you on that type of time, you hear me?
Right. Yeah, but it affects us as, citizens of America, like, you know what I'm saying, prices going up, you know what I'm saying? And the people at the bottom feel it the most, you know what I'm saying? When eggs is $6 or whatever like that, you know what I'm saying? People at the bottom feel it way more than, people at the top, you know what I'm saying? Because they can afford to still buy it, when other people are struggling to get it. So, they were saying that the tariff shit was going to be for China and this to pay this and that, but overall it sounds like, we paying the tariffs, like, you know what I'm saying? Because everything you ship or buy, I heard a brother talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to DJ Rabbit. I heard him speaking on it, and he said, he ordered something for $118. He said then they had to get it shipped was $118. Then they still had some other taxes that he had to pay. You know what I'm saying? It's down there like I'm paying double to get something that, you know what I'm saying, would have cost me less.
Sound like you bought one. Sound like you got a sample. Sound like you got a sample. That's how I go. That's how I go. You got to pay to play. Sound like DJ Rabbit got one. You bought one. Whatever you bought one, or it was a sample.
Yeah, maybe, but still, you hit me with.
That's how I go, because you trying to make me make one. We don't make no one, so you want me to go make one hat with me on that bitch and send it to you. Yeah, that bitch $100. You know what I'm saying? That's where the bulk of it is. But if you want 300 of these bitches, then yeah, we $9 on you.
Yeah, I kind of see that side of it, but the way he explained it, it just was more like whatever he was ordering was only $100 and something.
Ain't nothing coming from China, brother, that costs $100 unless you trust me.
Unless you're getting one.
Unless you're getting one.
Right.
They don't have nothing in China country.
So listen,
that costs fucking $100.
But listen, I understand that whatever you price me for, if I'm buying one hat and you charge me $100 for you to make it to do the whole nine, but what is the $100 and something to ship it for? Like that's the part that he was complaining about. Like, not that I had to pay $100 and something if I was buying one thing. What's the other $100 and something that's added on to it? Like I bought two, and then also I got taxed on that. Like I still had to pay the taxes. The shipping was almost the exact same price as the product that he bought. So that's what the argument was about. Like, damn, like who really paying for these tariffs? Like, is it the American citizens, or is it China? Because according to when you was putting it in effect, it was more like for China to have to pay, the bulk or something. But look like instead, like for us to order from them, like they taxing us to actually get it, like, you know what I'm saying, shipped over here. So
and then some of that shit, bro, I be looking at that shit like it don't even matter, just me, because whatever it is, bro, we gonna adjust to it and we gonna figure it out. That's just how life been going.
Throughout times,
you know what I'm saying? Fucking Honey Bunny, that nigga was getting 27 cents. That bitch $1 and something. Nigga ain't got a problem. Nigga ain't looking at it like that bitch went up 75 cents. Over time, we just adjusting. Nigga gonna adjust, bro. That bitch get high, Nigga gonna charge high. Nigga gonna find a way to keep making it make sense. You know what I'm saying?
It's when your pay rate go up though. If your pay rate not going up, you know what I'm saying, you can't handle the pressure of inflation. Like when inflation kick in and you ain't getting more money on your job, then you feel affected by it. But if I'm getting more money and things costing more, it balances out to that level. But if I'm not making enough money to actually purchase the things that I want, like or the necessities to live by, you know what I'm saying, then we're gonna have a problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think and that's what people biggest gripe about right now. Y'all raising shit up, but people wages not going up to a level to balance the shit out, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we feel affected if a fucking honey bun go up again. If it go up one more quarter, it's over. You go hear niggas complain about everything. You hear them talking about the eggs, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's something that's going on, you know what I'm saying? And another thing that we're going to get into some other shit, but, these some of the things that have been happening in the world that some people haven't been talking about that I've noticed that's going on, you know what I'm saying? I saw they had a blackout.
But let me tell you this before this. I never heard a crackhead complain about the bricks going from 20 to 30. You know what I'm saying? I never heard the crackhead complain. The person at the bottom, I've never heard them complain that the bricks went from 20 to 30. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They still coming with their 8. Whatever you put on your number, they coming with that number. They ain't complaining that they don't even know that the bitch went from 20 to 30. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't their problem.
I got that same 7. What you got?
Yeah, but if you're gonna still serve me for the same 7, it's good. You can't go to the store and get served for under with the price of what they selling it for. So that's the effect of it. Yeah, you ain't gonna hear from a crackhead because we will and deal with them. The store not willing and dealing with
now,
you.
I just was making the point of the person at the bottom really don't be feeling it. Like we nigga just gonna adjust, man.
Right, that's how you look at it.
You ain't got no choice.
Yeah, or you're gonna stop eating eggs. One or the other. Like I'm gonna stop buying that, or I'm gonna stop investing my money that way or spending my money that way or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got to cut back on something to make it all work. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we will find a way to adjust, but that don't make it fair or make it right. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, true that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I got to give up some things. I got to eat less. I got to buy less or whatever. In my family, you only eat one time a day.
The shit that
if we get to that level, that's ugly, bro.
The illegal shit go up the most. Nigga still find a way to get it.
Yeah.
Huh? The illegal shit go up more than anything.
Well, if the legal shit might go up for the dealer to buy, but for the crackhead, the smoke, I never saw a dime costing 20.
Huh?
Listen, I never saw a dime. If you selling dimes, they never said a dime was $20 now because they had to pay $30 for a brick. You see what I'm saying? I don't never hear that whatever the price is or whatever they bought it for, the price that they're selling it for ain't make the crackhead have to pay more money for the product. So that's why you never hear the complaints about them because a dime never went up to $20 yet.
They just giving them a smaller piece for the 10.
Maybe.
That's all it is.
Maybe.
They giving them a smaller piece for the same
I'm still spending 10 though.
Yeah, they still spending 10, but they just got a smaller piece. They still happy because that's what Tanker get you now. That's the adjustment.
Oh, that's the adjustment. Smaller. I'm just not getting a bigger dime that I used to get.
Yeah, that's all.
I used to get a flipper dime. Now I'm just getting I'm getting a nickel piece.
You know 10 word that now.
I'm getting a crumb for 10.
Yeah. You come with 20, you getting what you used to get for 10.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Break it down. You know what I'm saying? Give me the logistics of how this shit go. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I'm looking like I ain't never hear a crackhead say, hey, they got dimes for 20 now. You know what I'm saying? I just never heard that argument. You know what I'm saying? But
you see them bitches trying to hold their money because they don't want to go to him because he got kibbles.
It's not potent.
That too.
Yeah, I heard people, his shit whipped, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really get high off his shit, like, so I rather deal with dude, like, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. I saw niggas walk blocks, miles or whatever, they go to somebody else. Yeah, because they know, you know what I'm saying, shit more potent that way. Or, it's just bigger or whatever may be the case.
If a nigga... Hey, go ahead. What you about to say about the blackout shit?
Nah, I saw I think that was Europe or one of those countries went through like a blackout, like, you know what I'm saying, like for, like I guess a day or whatever. And I always feel like it's like some type of test that they're running, you know what I'm saying? I've been seeing all these little crazy blogs, people been sending to me that 2 weeks America gonna deal with it, get your food, get your water, all the same shit that they always run, those fear tactics.
Spend your whole fucking check, your whole fucking
yeah, you spend everything you got,
whole 401k withdrawal. They getting red like a motherfucker.
Right, so they say that, this place went down for a certain amount of time, you know what I'm saying? They back up in like, you know, I guess between 24 and 72 hours for us them getting it back together. But I just think to me, and it's just my only judgment, I'm not no scholar at this or nothing like that, but what I feel, you know what I'm saying, is that maybe that they just running a test, like to see, like, you know what I'm saying, like how much we could, you know, control these people or put these people in fear, you know what I'm saying, to some level, like, you know what I'm saying, to get in line the way we want you to get in line, you know. Why you laughing?
No, I'm laughing. That's what I'm about to tell you. This is funny to tell you because I know I'm about to tell you this. So look, when the nigga was in jail, right? In the year 2000 was coming, the nigga was in jail.
Y2K?
Yeah, we watching the clock. You know what I'm saying? So everybody doing what they regular do like that shit just another day. You know what I'm saying? But about 11 at night, you know, niggas like you starting to bog down, like it's reality striking the nigga.
Yeah, we about to see if this gonna go down.
So just picture like niggas who you been in the dome with, niggas you know you fuck with, you run ahead of, you created like a brotherly bond with niggas. You know what I'm saying? The dome you in, different domes and shit. So at 11:30, just picture, just say man you were jammed up in there. So 11:30 at night. I'm coming to talk to you on some real shit, Dep. You all, bro. Like, we both looking sad, like some whole shit.
Y2K, it's about to be over.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I love you, bitch. MEANA, I love you, bitch. It's all good. Oh, you called your people?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, get them on the phone, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this shit. Man, I'm talking about 11:59, niggas putting their cover over here and shit. Man, I didn't fucking around those, dog. I done woke up about 4:10 to take a piss of that bitch.
Lights
man,
on,
bitch,
everything.
normal, I gonna pull the cover off. Man, get your bitch ass up, my nigga.
Right, yeah.
Ain't nothing, man, we think we gonna be dead in this bitch.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that shit, you heard me? Man, that shit ain't happening.
Oh, yeah, I was talking to my partner and I was telling him, I said, man, you seeing that, you know, and I'm like, bro, I don't think those people get no insight like that to know 2 weeks this gonna actually happen. Like, it's possibility that all this stuff could possibly happen. We saw them shut the world down with the COVID thing. So, I ain't never think I'd be living in the time to see something like that, transpire in my lifetime.
That was like a world shutdown?
Yeah, that was like a world shutdown, man. That shit was like, yeah, there are people that still gonna violate and do what they want to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, but for the most part, everything was on hold, like stop. You know what I'm saying? Like for a minute, people wasn't traveling, people wasn't moving
around. It came to the point to
restaurants closed.
I know, cause I'm trying to see. I think I stayed home here and there, but I don't think it was every day, all day that I like. It was like that some places.
Yeah, some countries
don't
was
go outside.
Some countries was like
move.
You can't move around, like you know what I'm saying? Like they was like in their windows and doing all kind, like entertaining each other different ways, like because they had that kind of patrol.
You came back before the bulk of the people for Katrina was let back in. You was one of them niggas like, man, we probably could get in. You was one of them.
I came back. I was tweaking.
How early? How early you think you came back? What was going on when you came back? It wasn't like full throttle though, huh?
It wasn't full throttle. The West Bank was kind of like moving like a little bit. It was a little open. Little things was open. Few things was open here and there. Somebody had a trailer. That a relative that we know that we kind of stayed in the trailer like and moved around a little bit. And there were a few little things that was moving, but the other side was still like.
Did you come back when it was like on the way to this bitch? Like we don't know if we gonna better get in. Did you came back that early?
I came back like that because I came back to get some things that I had left that I felt like was important because my family ran for 3 days. They thinking like it's gonna be about 3-4 days we'd be back home. So we had shit that, at the house, like, we only seen what we see on the news and we just concerned, like, damn, that bitch look done.
What made a nigga head this way? Like, who said, like, we going to see?
People was traveling from
you was
Texas.
talking to people?
Yeah, I had the chirp, like, that was the next tale. That was the main thing that was working. So I'm talking to niggas on the two-way, like, man, we coming from Houston to go to Atlanta. And we done stopped in this bitch, man. This bitch kind of like open like a little bit. Like, I was like, hey, bitch, they say they people down there. So they had the work crews that was leaving, and they was going to work, and then they hitting back saying, man, the West Bank kind of like open. That's how we wound up buying a house on the West Bank. That's how I wound up on this side because that was the only side that was real. And I was in Tuscaloosa, so it was super slow out there. That's a college town, and it just wasn't our type of vibe. So, I wasn't trying to, like, stay packed,
Man,
you know,
that's
I
crazy.
was ready to get back. Like, I was homesick, like, you know what I'm saying? So we came back soon as we started even hearing that people was, like, starting to move around, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, if they letting the work crews back in, we're going to just play like we're a work crew going to work or something like that to try to get back. But they kind of let us straight through, and we wound up coming on the West Bank and locked in over here, like, you know what I'm saying? Stayed here ever since.
To say we watching all that shit on the news and jail, but to say like they be like, man, it's a small city, right? When people be saying that, but shit, when we were seeing the highway, that shit was for miles and miles and miles. But then, yeah, that was just New Orleans though, huh?
Well, that's like LaPlace and everything that they tied in with the disaster, like, you know what I'm saying? When they start, like, giving you an aerial
Not
view.
Baton Rouge, huh?
Not Baton Rouge, but it was like at least like the LaPlace areas, things of that nature.
That was
'cause they were
everybody
showing,
back this way, from the Plains back this way. That's everybody. That's still a lot.
and it was showing like all the way in Port, so like, you know, all those type of areas as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were showing all the way down, like, to
That's a lot of miles for this bitch to be blocked from Texas and shit all the way to the Spillway and shit, huh?
Yeah.
That's a lot of miles, man.
but it was a disaster area, bro. You
I know
what
what you're saying. All that shit was backed up. Nigga backed up in Houston and a nigga backed up in LaPlace.
Right.
From the same traffic. That's cruel. That should have make you lose your fucking mind.
People was taking people that decided to leave so late. You know what I'm saying?
They was over with.
It was
Oh, you
just-
left early?
I left. I was already in St. Louis. I was on the road. I was with Juve, and my family got. I was, you know, they told me like, we're gonna leave because it looked like it's gonna be bad. So they left. I'm like, just tell me where y'all, you know, go at. And they wound up in Tuscaloosa. That's where they stopped at, and I met them there. You know, we went to Atlanta. Like, after we left St. Louis, we went to Atlanta, and then, you know, niggas was like, go check on your families, and then I came to Tuscaloosa, and that's where my family was at.
Everybody say to this day, since that shit affected like a lot of cities, just majority of cities in the world, because people migrated to all of them.
Yeah, a little bit of New Orleans is everywhere now.
Yeah,
I'm talking about all over this bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? No matter where you go at, they got somebody from New Orleans that be like, you know, I've been here. You know what I'm saying? I live here. My mom and them wound up way in Ohio. Like, you know, out there, it was like, it's snowing and this and that. I'm looking like, you know, they experiencing life that they never saw with that snow and shit like that, showing me pictures and shit. So people was a little bit everywhere, you know what I'm saying?
And
Cali,
Ohio,
everything.
Cleveland. You gonna go get you Shador shit? Shador
Nah.
no?
You know,
I am.
I like, no, I think you should get what you want.
Because of the shit you talking about? No, that's why you saying because of the shit, how it went?
No, I'm just saying, you know, he got to make me more of a. I respect him for what he did and what his dad did and what they did for us from Jackson State on over to.
Man, you can't do it. Well, you
Colorado.
You can't do it like that.
I do, but then I got my own little feelings on, like, you know, it's just more to show me, like, you know, I just need to see more, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I know that they turned around a school that had a losing season. They still didn't have a directly winning season, but it was just better than what they had. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I just think, you know, he put his son in position, you know, to win. And I it's nepotism. I totally get it. Like I would do the same thing for mine.
But
so
I don't know them niggas who jersey I buy. I don't know them niggas.
I gotta I buy mainly shit for colors. Or
That's what I'm saying. I don't know them
I
niggas.
buy hats for colors, but you know, or I buy a jersey for a swag because I don't know them baseball. I don't know who.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga ain't had to show you nothing. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't, but this Jackie Robinson though, you know what I'm saying? So I understood his
He showed
little.
himself?
I mean, just his history of what he done did, like, you know what I'm saying? You know,
He showed herself.
yeah, he you know,
Nigga don't know what Jackie Robinson did, man.
he hit some home runs. I know that.
Fact.
A lot of them.
He did do that.
Yeah, I know he hit some home runs. I know he was black, and I know he stood for something.
Yellow boy. Got your history fucked
Right.
up.
Yeah. So you went there. Yeah. So, you know, speaking of the Shador situation, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like pretty much, you know, how the draft thing went with the young brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm feeling like he was worthy of the hype that was on him. Like, you know what I'm saying? For as you know, pretty much what they did at Colorado. Like, I'm looking like, yeah, he had a name. You know, and the way the whole fucking NFL just pushed him to the side like that, like, I guess to make a statement to some degree, you know. And I'm like, what Deion was doing with with his son ain't no different than what Archie Manning was doing with their son. Same way he gonna go, what they not gonna stand for with it, because he feel like I know the politics of this game and I know what's the best fit for my son. So why would I allow him to make a decision that might not be beneficial to him when I know this business more than probably pretty much I'm the one that could tell him the best moves to make, like, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not against Deion on the level of how he stood behind his son, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with LeBron, the way he stood behind his. Like, fuck, I want him over here. If I could pull some strings and get my son on, fuck what anybody feel or think about it. Like, I totally get it.
You comparing it to that?
I'm just saying, his daddy's pulling strings for sons. Fuck, what's the difference? It's in the sport like level. Like, we all...
It wouldn't. Only thing different. It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't be this if Deion was on a team in the NFL already. You see what I'm saying? LeBron is on the team that I'm trying to get you to. It's like there's two people on the outside. I'm famous, but there's two people on the outside of the sport. You know what I'm saying? LeBron's in the sport, on the team. I'm moving pieces around. That's a little different.
We talking about like a Hall of Famer that is well respected for the work that he put in. Then as coaching...
What I'm saying is a little different. It's in clear view. That's why it went like it went. You can't compare it to LeBron. LeBron shit ain't... He in there. That nigga went from supposed to be one or two to 144.
Well, that's because he actively make money for these people
so
today.
Ain't hold no... That's what I'm saying. So that ain't hold no weight about being famous and who you is. It clearly showed us. They ain't hold no weight.
Yeah, they did that to him because they're not like directly making no... Like you said, they're not making no money off of Deion at the time where he could call a stroke or whatever, but Archie Manning wasn't in position to call these, like, he wasn't in the game no more. You know what I'm saying? But he still made plays for his children to go, to wherever he wanted them to be at, like, and stood on it and let his son talk. And his son was like, I'm making this decision on my own. Like, his dad is standing right there with this still face looking like, say everything I told you to say. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a game, but it's like they disrespect different players of it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it deals a lot with skin color, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we're not gonna sugarcoat that or try to, get away from that. Like, that's ultimately the real issue. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody else could brag on their kid, it could be Caucasian, white, whatever, and they could still make it happen. A black man get up there and talk about the things that he want for his son, and then they try to make it hard for him.
He was the #1 pick overall, huh?
Who?
Manny. Yeah, I think so.
Which one?
Who you talking about? Who did that?
I'm talking about the dad making calls for Eli. And
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Eli was.
To the Chargers. Yeah.
But he didn't want him to go to the Chargers. He wanted him to go to New York.
Right. I'm just saying he was the first round pick #1.
Right.
It was different. It didn't get drafted as first round, and then you know what I'm saying?
But he was like a runner up for first to be picked in the first round. He was the second, you know what I'm saying? Because Ward was the first, but he was still gonna be in that first round of draft picks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who he was gonna be picking in the first rounds? Like,
he didn't get
his
picked.
name was.
He got picked, and then they were saying that he didn't get picked to do that until fucking 144.
Yeah, and that was a choice. Like, you think all these people that need quarterbacks, like, he went through the whole fucking, everybody got to pick, you know what I'm saying, multiple times. And he just looked over him all them times.
Yeah, but
like,
nigga didn't think it was nothing other than that. It gotta be a little slow because the Saints was gonna make history alone just having a first round pick, never had a first round pick, and then to get Shador, they had a chance. Because you would have think like every team would have been like, boy, if y'all don't get him, we gonna for sure get him.
Right.
If every team was coming and didn't get him, and then when they got to the Saints, that's how I know, boy, if that bitch got to the Saints and they didn't get him, which we know the Saints need a quarterback.
Yeah, need him more than anybody.
That's how, once it passed up to the Saints, nigga already said that boy ain't getting drafted at all, or he gonna get drafted by Cleveland. The same people who were supposed to get him.
From the beginning.
That's why nigga know it was a bigger call. You control all the picks and made sure we still got him. So that's a big call from somebody letting every NFL team know, don't fuck with this.
Right.
It gonna come back around to us. We still gonna get him. We just gonna get him for $40 million less.
Yeah,
when we do get him.
It was a big money grab, like for a savings on their side.
Because I just don't see it being a coincidence that the same person who had the second round, the second pick in the first round, who we put to go to, I just can't see it. Every team passing up on him a few times, and he still got back to that same team
right.
who you supposed to go second overall.
Right.
That's what that make it obvious. If he would have went to anybody else, nigga still would have been saying this. But to go to the same exact team, they play chess because they know, bro. Like I'm saying, I'm going to get this shit, the Cleveland, the shit. That's all profit. They ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they got so many quarterbacks over there that you know what I'm saying. They got down there 4 or 5 quarterbacks like that's.
No, I'm talking about
nice.
mainly off the merch and the shit that could come to that stadium and that team from Shador. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna make a lot of money that they didn't give him. They would have been just recouping a lot of money
from that, but they're gonna make it off him.
Make it off him without giving him nothing.
But you know, the power of that also is playing time. If he playing, you know what I'm saying, that make that jersey higher too. If you just sitting on the bench, like you know, what strength, you think they still gonna support him by the jersey? And I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Mainly people.
He got the second or third highest most selling merch right now from Cleveland. Just getting drafted.
Okay.
Nigga, season ain't even started. Nigga ain't seen nothing. You know how we do, man. Just a black man and we want to support him and don't matter who the fuck, who getting the money. I just want to I want to rock it.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what it is. But a lot of people saying now we shouldn't even do that. I've seen a few people saying we shouldn't even do that from the situation that I'm saying. Like,
right.
It just y'all just in agreeing with this shit. Cause come on, man, y'all got the man for $4 million and everybody that got drafted first round and shit. Like he was going, got $40 million and shit.
He made more money on NILs than he making on the deal that he signed with the.
And I never knew. I always knew it ain't about no money. That's a rich family. I think solely, bro, them dudes just want to play football. Me, you know what I'm saying? They don't need no money. They want to do football because most people, dog, with that type of dad, you ain't gonna have the focus and the strength and the drive to want and get it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That don't like miss like them type of cheering. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gotta go out there and get it. We got it all for you, and to still want to go out there and get it when you know you don't have to, that make a big statement on its own.
But when you got a daddy like Deion, you know what I'm saying? It look like he pushed that drive in you, like, or whatever, like, just because he taking on the role of a coach, like, you know what I'm saying? So just by being a coach, you know what I'm saying, I think he also playing a part with helping the drive of somebody that would be, considered like, silver spoon fed or whatever may be the case. Like, I think, with the type of daddy that he is and knowing that this is how the people gonna rate you, I'm quite sure that's the conversations that he have with his children. Like, listen, dog, because you my son, it's gonna be that much more harder for you. I'm gonna do what I can do, but ultimately you got to get out there on that field and make them out a believer. Because just because you my son, they're gonna think that this or that and that. We gotta change that whole narrative, and it's gonna come off the actions that you put out there that makes a difference. And I think that's something that Deion promotes in his son, both his boys, to like kind of like go out there and do the best they could do. Don't play. When he was at Colorado. Fuck, they ain't had no line. Their O-line was terrible, like, you know what I'm saying? And dude still was like, you know what I'm saying, putting up some yards and completing some passes and things of that nature with no protection, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's a lot for him, like, when niggas trying to see a spoon-fed kid, shit, it's easy to fold when the line collapsing on you, like, you could just keep folding up. But instead, you still making a way, like, that say a lot about him.
The only thing, before we get off this, I want to say, because this was like the biggest, like, catch, red flag to a nigga. I just can't see one nigga going number 2, Heisman Trophy and all that, right? That came from the same team and he got the accolades from the person who threw the ball that's 144 down the line. I just can't see the person, like you can't get all your accolades without him throwing it to you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I know you can't rate him off of that. You dig? Because this person could be good no matter who throw it to him. But
it's still somebody throw it to him.
But I just still can't say that this person who is making all these completions to him is 140 some people away. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's the person who caught this motherfucker. He threw it to him. Right. Now I see if you got picked 2 and nigga like you don't go like that. All right, you got picked 10 or 12. You know what I'm saying?
But not 144.
Not the person who won the Heisman Trophy. The ball came from me.
Right.
He can't have none of that if
I
I
don't deliver
to him.
Right.
I'm scrambling back here. I'm doing all
I'm making it work.
kinds of shit
I'm making it work.
for him to go get it.
Right.
He can't fucking catch them bitches with one hand. He can't jump over people.
If I can't get him out
If
there.
I can't get the ball to him.
Right.
That was the biggest shit to me.
Right.
He ain't got to go third, fourth, or fifth, but I know he can't be fucking 100 people from the person he was throwing the ball to.
I know people was like, ridiculing him by saying, he arrogant, he was acting up in interviews and not showing up to the combine and, just not participating the proper way. So, that's one of the reasons that they, put him through what they put him through to humble him, like in a lot of ways. Like, and I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like when you look at, if I'm arrogant and I'm backing up my arrogancy, you know what I'm saying, what's the problem? Like if I was trash, like, to a level where y'all looking at me as trash and I'm acting arrogant, then it should be something that y'all should be ridiculing me about, but not because, I could back up what I'm doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody should fall in line and there's, you gotta follow suit the way it's supposed to go, you know what I'm saying, according to, the way the game is set up and things of that nature. But like I say, with having a pops like he got, you know what I'm saying, I'm quite sure they had those conversations to where he was like, do your thing, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you my seed, like, you know what I'm saying, I had the same attitude, and I made all of them out a believer, I left a team and went to another team and told him, watch, I take this team to, you know what I'm saying, to the Super Bowl and did what I had to do, so, you know what I'm saying, you walk that walk too, and you're going to back it up the same way, and you're going to make them out a believer the same way. So I'm quite sure he took on some of the attitude of where he come from, like, you know what I'm saying, his upbringing and, how he was raised. So, all that play a part. But like I say, he still got to get in the NFL and still, still got to show and prove.
That's
like,
the main thing, and the nigga got to realize, bro, like, I don't give a fuck who your parents is. Like, when a kid get millions of dollars, you gonna get arrogant. A kid, we talking about a kid, bro. Right. It was different back then.
Because they wasn't getting that money.
You wasn't getting no NIL, no money in college. So these dudes getting millions of dollars. So yeah, I got the Rolls Royce, the Lambo, the big Cuban, the big everything on this bitch. And that shit is going to my head because I'm a kid getting this shit. I'm 22.
And I'm earning it.
Man, I'm earning this shit.
Right.
So, and then as far as the interview shit in the combine, I just think that, again, it was a kid way of thinking, no matter what your parents tell you, because there's a lot of times your mama, they prep before they drop you off in the morning. Don't get in no trouble, this and that.
Still gonna do you.
Boy, you still, I'm like, man, this nigga just ain't gonna listen. Right. So you already be told, but that don't, when you're a kid, you ain't thinking about everything that happened in class. Man, mama said when she dropped me off, don't
do this or
because I ain't gonna better
that,
get that swimming pool. You're not thinking of none of that shit, bro.
You just get caught up in the moment of what's going on at that particular time.
And that's the analogy for, that's what he did in the interviews. He took the route of a kid thinking, I don't want to play for them, so I'm going to act up. You know, purposely. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to go to them.
Right.
And not knowing you the owner, he the owner, he the owner, he the owner, and he the owner, and y'all all partners. So when you act up with me, I just hit him up. Oh, man, this kid here, man. You see what I'm saying? The news already beating you. You see what I'm saying? You just doing that to us. But we all partners, man. This beating out of business, man. We all partners. Right. You know what I'm saying? New York Jets, cool with him. And that's what happened, man. And that just trickled down on him. He got a bad rep off of that, saying he wasn't good in the interview. He decided to not be good because he didn't want to go to them teams. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just think it was the wrong strategy. But when you think about a kid, that's the way you think. That's a good strategy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. I'm going to act up, you know what I'm saying, just so, you know what I'm saying, they don't fuck with me for whatever level, and then I get to go maybe where I want to go at. And, they understand that side of it, but like I say, I just think that, they don't like, the attitude of the daddy, and then they're like, oh, the son acting the same way, you know what I'm saying?
None of this shit that a nigga talking about cost the nigga to win or lose, though. Nigga still going to play football. Whatever you had to say, bruh, that bitch ain't stopped them completions. It ain't stopped the way a nigga changed that school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that shit stopped nothing, bro. Like you said, the man thing. Nigga got something to back it up with.
Yeah. If he could back up with his attitude toward whatever, you know what I'm saying? That should matter the most. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if I had to go to a team, you know what I'm saying, or I had to pick a person for a team, I want somebody that's respectful or would listen, you know what I'm saying, accordingly to if I'm telling them the right thing to do, you know what I'm saying? But I would want the talent, like, you know what I'm saying, overall to help me get to where we trying to go.
And I get it sometime just on just how it's set up, like the draft. You know, the people who, if you the best person, you're going to get picked first. That's the quicker you get picked, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But how the draft go, the worst people pick you first. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
the
that's
bottom
what,
of the teams, yeah, they get the first pick.
And
so.
that's got a lot to do with niggas don't want to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to the worst team, all the pressure on me. Ain't got no line, ain't got no receivers. I could throw that bitch to like that to make my target. Nigga thinking about all of that.
Right, but you come from that in college, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, pretty much, like, you know, you.
Shit, that nigga everybody throw it to.
I mean, he didn't have a line though, like, you know what I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying.
Well,
If you ain't
yeah.
got no line, then you know what I'm saying. It's like damn near impossible to get it to him. Like, you know what I'm saying. That's what made him so great to me, because without having an old line, he still was able to make these completions and do some of the things that
I
he
think
did.
he's gonna do
He
good.
did.
I wish he win fucking 4 Super Bowls back to back.
Yeah, I wish the best for him too, you know what I'm saying, just because of the hardship that they gave him. But I want to shout out some of the people from New Orleans that, you know, got drafted that I know, you know, shout out to Ulysses Bentley, bro, you know what I'm saying, that's Kango's nephew, you know, he went to the Colts, you know what I'm saying, in Montreal, you know, that's Keedy Black's son, he went to the Giants, I mean, not the Giants,
Philly.
the Eagles, he went to Philly, you know what I'm saying, so, you know, shout out to those brothers, man, for hanging in there, you know what I'm saying, and doing what they got to do to actually get in the NFL, you know what I'm saying.
Because I know from park ball to NFL, man, there's a lot of shit in between that'll cost a nigga not to go. So for a nigga to still make it there, gotta salute that, man. So salute them dudes. You
Yeah,
got it.
that's big time. And you know what's good about it is that, you know, nigga actually know both of those kids. You know what I'm saying? So to actually see them go to the NFL, something that they love doing. You know what I'm saying? Something that they put in all this hard work for. You know what I'm saying? I salute them to the max, bro, for that. You know what I'm saying? Because they stuck with it. It's so easy to get deterred and off course, like, you know what I'm saying, before to stick with it and actually get there. You know what I'm saying? You know, they deserve a solution.
And just it's a small window, bro, of niggas who good and not good. To where they just don't get the recognition. There's a lot of niggas that's way better than you
Right.
that just get the shot, get the recognition. They ain't got the connections, and they was better than you. So it's a small window for that shit. So you got to extra salute the people who make it to that bitch.
Yeah,
dog.
it's that hard to get there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and, you know, what be funny with, especially with those two kids, is that just seeing them like play, you know, from high school to college, the whole nine. You know, I have been talking to both of them moms, like, you know, and dad, you know, and Ulysses, I was talking to his daddy as well, and I was just saying, man, going to the pros, that boy going, you going, you know, so, you know, it's always a hope and a prayer, but you know what I'm saying, when you seeing the dedication and the way they, you know, they work toward trying to get there, you know what I'm saying, you just be like, man, he got it, like, you know, looking at the highlight reels on them, seeing how many touchdowns they actually doing, and, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, man, them boys going, it's no way they could be denied, you know what I'm saying, with, you know, the numbers that they putting up and the things that they doing. So
And I don't want this to go unnoticed too before we get off this. It's like, man, I got a son, and some of the smallest shit that a nigga do, nigga be proud of. You know what I'm saying? And that's just one son. Bro, you know how proud it is, dog, for your people to have one son to go to the league, NBA, NFL, any of that, one son.
right.
Man, it's an extra to have two. Man, it don't get, you can't get no more joy than that.
Right.
Two?
Yeah, that's big.
My son do little small shit. I'm proud of him.
Right.
If I could have had two of them niggas doing the same shit, coming up the same way, and it's under the umbrella of where I did my profession,
Oh yeah, that's,
man,
that's,
you
that's
gotta,
honorable.
you gotta be jumping
it's
for joy,
honorable.
my nigga.
Yeah. It makes you feel a certain kind. It feel like a job well done for us on the side of the parents as well. Like, you know what I'm saying. So I want to salute those parents too, because I know how hard it is to actually keep those kids, you know what I'm saying, focused on what they're doing, you know what I'm saying. So I salute, you know what I'm saying, both the, you know, the parents and the support team that was for both of those young brothers that, you know what I'm saying, like stuck with them all the way through this whole process, you know.
The only thing about that sports shit is the downside of it just like the people you love and your brothers who still who there with you, like they got drafted or whatever. to where your brothers and the people that you looked up to, like LeBron and Peyton Manning or whoever it was, is like them brothers and them idols, just gonna turn rivals, and that's the most fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you throwing the ball to Travis all the time. Now Travis trying to pick you off with everything in his might. You was throwing it to him, he got the Heisman. Now Travis on the other side, he stand up all night to pick you off, and he is serious trying to pick you off. He trying to run your shit back. Right. You know what I'm saying? See, that was your brother. Now the nigga turn rivals. You know what I'm saying? Then you got people in the league that you looked up to what they trying to pick you off too. You know what I'm saying?
But when you got good sportsmanship, you understand, you know what I'm saying, the dynamics of that. Like, you know what I'm saying, you understand what it's about, you know, and that's why you see those brothers at the end of the game after hugging, talking, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bitch, I sacked you a few times.
You threw that bitch right to me.
Right. I feel like you was giving me that one, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, they're going to have those, you know, that's the camaraderie that come with it from being friends, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, but we both here. We both arrived, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's called sportsmanship.
I got to get you, bitch. I can't let you win this, bitch.
Right. Yeah, I can't. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm trying to win just like you trying to win. So, you know, it's a part of it, and that's a beauty in it as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's like it's bittersweet in its own way, it still got some beauty in it because y'all both arrived, y'all both there. Regardless if y'all on two different teams, y'all still made it there. You know what I'm saying?
You got you QB. You know what I'm saying? You trying to go to that bitch. You never went to that bitch. You were here now. Your son on the other side, and he picked you off. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch, I needed that. I'm trying to get that ring, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
But he went.
But he done picked you off and won that bitch.
Yeah, he won it.
Oh, fuck that. I'm like, son.
I gotta accept my loss, bro. I gotta accept
Nigga
it.
wanted that bowl.
Yeah, but I'm still happy for you.
Still happy for you.
Yeah, so that's why I say it's bittersweet.
Not as happy as for me if I would have won it.
No, of course not. Of course not. You know what I'm saying? I want to win too. You know what I'm saying? But like if I lose to my brother or whatever may be the case, man, look, man, nothing but love. Like, yeah, bitch, you got me. Bitch, you been reading them plays on me all our life. It only could have been you. Because you know me, you saw my eyes, like, you know what I'm saying? So maybe shit like that. But like I said, ultimately, you know what I'm saying? You know, they arrived, but they all made it there. They all changing, you know, the trajectory of their family lives and things of that nature. So that's a beautiful thing within itself. You know what I'm saying? I salute all those brothers, bro.
Hey, look, check this out. I want to know how you feel about this shit, right? So, just how niggas should feel. Ain't gotta be how we feel. Just how whatever. Nigga go out on a date with a chick, right? First date. That's what it is. First date, go out to a restaurant or whatever. We order, eat our food, have a good time or whatever. But on the exit, she ordering to go shit for her son and her daughter, and mad at you for not paying for that shit, expecting you to pay for that shit. So how a nigga could speak on them, but how you think most niggas would play it? Yourself or most niggas, either or?
I can only speak for me. You know, I don't know how most niggas would do because, like I said, that plays a part of if I know these kids too. Sometimes.
No, first date. We met in the club or whatever. And
I would. Nah, I'm trying to get to know you. I'm taking you on a date. I'm courting you for the moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I want to, you know, invest like that into you. But, you know what I'm saying? It's just mainly for your time. I'm paying for your time right now. You know what I'm saying? Not your kids, not your mom or whoever else. Like it's on you know what I'm saying? If you want to buy them something to eat, but I'm paying for your time right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much how I would look at that, you know? Because other than that, I feel like you're playing on me. Especially if I ain't, you know, if you ain't asked, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's all right if I order my children something like to go, then let me make that decision, but not just expecting me to do something without even talking to me about it to see how I feel about it. Now I just think, you know,
looking at the menu on the kids' side, like
you're looking at me.
What that's for?
Yeah. You know, but like I say, it's about respect because, you know, like, you know, you could just be like, I'm trying to get what I can get out of him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at this nigga as nothing, like, you know what I'm saying? But a trick, you know what I'm saying? He bought me something to eat. I'm going to make sure he buy my kids something to eat. And I probably never call him no more.
What if she asks?
If she give me the option, then, you know, it's how the date went that I feel like, yeah, get your kids something. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I felt like you was cool, this was a nice date, I enjoyed it. Fucking food ain't popping my pocket like that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless to however much it is, it ain't breaking me. Like, so Yeah, get your kids something. Like, it's cool. I don't have a problem with that.
So
but
it's
don't
about
just.
accent.
It's about, it's called respect, brother. You know what I'm saying? Just have a certain kind of respect for, because this day could have been like, I didn't like it. And now you talking about buying your kids something. Bitch, I really didn't want to buy you nothing. I wanted to walk out on you. But out of just respect of the time that you gave me with you, whether it went good or bad, I just was like, I'm going to pay for this and I'm out of here. Like, but now you putting some more bill on me. Like, no, man.
If she asked the nigga and the nigga want, if a nigga, like, everything went good and everything, but a nigga pockets was tight, is a nigga saying that? A nigga like just saying, no, I can't do it. I mean, to you, because the nigga don't want blow their cover that, man, I only got $40 more. Only got $40, $50 more over.
If I can't pay for it, I'm just have to be honest
say
right
that?
then in the moment. I would have to because I can't pay for it.
You know how many niggas did not say that?
I know, but how can I?
In life, you know how many niggas did not like spent their last or went in the red or put their bank account in the
I would go.
negative?
Listen. I would go in the red to not be exposed that way. Being honest, like I would go in the red for that, right? But if all those things are not an option on the table, and I'm just tapped and don't have nothing, ain't no red to go in. I ain't got nothing.
You saying that?
I gotta say that because what we gonna do? Like when the bill comes, be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just be honest with it. I ain't bring that much on me, like love, like you know what I'm saying. You know, I had enough for us, but I ain't really bring that. I ain't got my car with me. You know, I just had this little or whatever. This little card I got ain't really got nothing on it. This ain't my main card or whatever. I would say something, but I would be honest with it. I can't afford to pay for that.
Right.
You know, like, and I'm just gotta because what is still gonna come down? I can't pay for it, so it don't make sense to play it all the way out to it's time to pay, and it's like this decline. You know, like,
they be slick
because you know if it's too much, it just decline it. Like meaning like you ain't got enough to pay for this bill. you can't even go in the red. Like you know what I'm saying, bitch. It's just declining. You don't got enough funds. You
ain't got no overdraft protection, bitch.
You ain't got nothing. Like you can't do it. Like you done. You tapped out. You don't got enough money in here to pay for. You know, the bill, like, at all. So if you let that bitch get too high that you know is I ain't got number 200 on this bitch.
Right.
She talking about
so
260.
accent, because they could do it all kind of ways. We can ask you, like, you don't mind getting my two sons something. They can ask a nigga, or they be on some slick shit. When the people bring their food, like, I want to order something, but I want to get it when we finish. That's the hint right there. Telling the waitress, I want to order something else, but I want it to be done like when we finish. Like when we leave, you know what I'm saying?
What you getting?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's how niggas looking like.
I'm like, well, what else you getting? You got the hors d'oeuvres, you got your dessert.
Yeah,
like, what else there is to get? What else you wanted?
And then the other way, they just load it up for them and just act like that's the leftovers and it's to go.
If
you cool with it like that. They gonna get you like that.
You got me like that.
You got me
because
like that.
I'm like, this bitch can eat.
This bitch can eat. But the whole while, that was for Woo them.
If she got me like that, she ran a game.
Yeah, she fair game.
Yeah, she fair game.
You don't need two ribs, bitch. What you got?
I would probably ask them kind of questions though. Like I'm just being, I'm an inquisitive person, so I'm like, you got a rib, man? Like, girl, you ain't gonna eat all that.
This for later.
All right.
Nigga can roll with that one.
If that's her game, like this for later, I usually, I'm like, all right. And like I said, you only can get me one time like this, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you got me.
This for later, boy, and I got 2 kids at home. You think I'm gonna just come eat something my kids ain't gonna have nothing? That's what they hit you with. You think I'm gonna come eating my kids? I know my kids at home. If you ain't got it, just say you ain't got it. You tripping on food?
You right.
Food, dog.
Food.
I know this ain't gonna work with us. You tripping on food, but
they'll hit you hard. But I just have to get. I probably be like, this is gonna be the last one anyway. So however it's about to end,
nigga be liking some of them chicks so much. Nigga go home playing mind game, this something. That shit would just some food. All this fucking money I got. But at that moment, bitch, you ain't about to play on me.
Yeah, it's just it's the playing part of it. And if I can read your game, early and I can catch it, I just can't allow you to run it on me like that. Not even for the ego, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not even for the look good. I really don't care because you piss me off a little bit. So with you pissing me off, I really don't care how this day go from here anyway. So I might well, like, not be out the pocket And I'm mad with you too. I might well be mad and bitch, I'm not paying for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And leave with my money and you still mad and I'm mad and we went our own way. And that's how it went. You can go tell every bitch you know. He tight, man, I don't fuck her. Like I don't give a fuck about it. I don't care I don't care. I really don't care how it went because she pissed me off at the table. But, you know, if everything was good, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it good.
Cause I done been in spots.
It might work. I might try to work it out.
I didn't have thoughts like, man, do you get that with your own money? Like I really thought I had sometimes like, man, you don't get that with your own money. Why it's like that, Don? Why you getting what you don't get? Why you don't get what you normally get?
Cause I don't get a chance to eat like this. Cause I don't got it. So I got a nigga in here that's willing to spend something on me, and I'm gonna eat like I always wanted to eat. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to see
one
you
time, huh? Then it's back to the woo.
And it's back to pork and beans.
Back to the pork and beans, and the beanie weenies and this bitch. You come
back
to
to
this
the
bitch.
cream style corn and rice. Like, you know what I'm saying?
String
Smoked
beans,
sausage.
string beans and everything. That shit that you don't normally get, bitch.
Well, I'm gonna get, she gonna max it out, on you, because
that be the aim too. I think we just gonna max this nigga out.
Yeah, but like I said, I
the
just
CV got it.
I just don't like to feel played about it, like, and I haven't dated like that in so long to go on no date. I don't even know how that go no more.
Right,
as like, it's been some minutes like where I'm on a date, so I don't really know. The dates back then was Shoney's and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Applebee's and
buffet shit.
It was like it was
shit.
light. Like, yeah, it wasn't nothing that a nigga couldn't handle anyway. That was like cooler spots to go to. In that time, but now they're going to Ruth Chris and they're going to all the top.
You need $5 more.
Yeah, 1,000 really, like just to be comfortable, like where it ain't like it's
a dollar ain't gonna get you.
Oh fuck no. One steak that's your steak.
Yeah,
$1, and then you gonna still be over. Like, you know what I'm saying? That be 89 plus tax and any size you get.
You said buffet. I remember the most simplest shit had buffets.
Right.
KLC had the buffet. I don't know if they got that no more. KLC
no, they
had
don't
the
got
buffet.
that no more. They had that though.
Italian pie, I think.
Yeah, Italian pie. I used to go there to those little spots.
Man, them buffets.
You get what you want.
Pizza.
At spots like, man,
Domino's had a buffet, I think. Pizza Hut, one of them.
Yeah, they had a buffet. You could eat. So that's how it was set up, like, at that time. So you couldn't really get maxed out like that too much, like, you know what I'm saying?
$20, but to do you,
bitch.
Wild out.
Yeah, I think the last little run on my little thing was Applebee's 2 for $20.
2 for $20.
Like, so, but that was just part of the game, and that's how it went. So it wasn't too much of maxing out in that day and time like that. You know what I'm saying? You get hurt going in the mall, trying to get what you want and get bashed like that, like trying to buy some clothes or a treat or a certain kind of way. But for food, it wasn't nothing that was popping you like that. You know what I'm saying? Today, food would make you change your mind about too high maintenance.
Yeah, no. I'm telling you, that
bitch got rich taste, man. I tried to feed her and she down there broke me. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just a different, ball game right now. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga be wanting to say that though, man. Get what you get with your own money.
Yeah, you can't say that though. You just already come off as a cheap chump.
Ain't no date if I gotta get what I get with my own money.
Yeah, I want you to show me a good time.
The final thing.
Show me a good time. A good time is getting what I want. You taking me out to show me a good time, so show me a good time. Like, don't come with a stingy budget. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or just be honest out the gate and be like, man, I don't really got no money like that.
It's the status of the chick. It put a level on the good time?
I'm quite sure because she got standards of what she consider a good time for herself. Like, the things that she used to, especially if she do it for herself. Like, you run across a female like this, what I do for me. And if you came and do what I do for me, like, damn, you're wasting my time now. You know what I'm saying? Because you came and do what I would do for my damn self. So, yeah, status will play a part.
Right. But I didn't see niggas, mixed statuses and niggas. I don't know. I done had partners to where this chick got it, like she got certain shit going on, like for her maintenance, cosmetics and all that shit. Nice whip, but you on Section 8.
Right.
So, see, you got a mixed status, you know what I'm saying? So my partner looking at you like, I don't give a fuck. That shit overpower that Benz that you got, all that section ass bitch, man. You see what I'm saying? That overpower all that shit that you doing. So you got some status. I don't know why it's like that, because you got everything that a nigga holler at you for. But once they find out you on Section 8, you become in with Section 8 bitch.
But they see how you get it now. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really paying no mortgages or the real rent. Like, you know, like the real part of living, like you ain't really paying for that. So
that chick who buying that shit for herself, that's how nigga looking at it though, because that Section 8 shit overpowering. I don't give a fuck what she buying for herself. The nigga still got in the head, man, Section 8 ass bitch.
Yeah, but when I say status, the status is all that. Like, you know, like she really have it going on. I'm not looking at a mixed status person when I was speaking on, when I say her status, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I said, if I know she Section A and I know how you getting it, then you still bottom to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not, like, really no status to me. It's, the actual factual of it is that I see how you can afford the little things that you do have, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not taking care of some other things, like, you know what I'm saying? Or some other things are down there free for you for the, you know, to allow you the room to buy some of the things that you do have, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but like when I said she got it going on, she got all that together, like, you know what I'm saying? Home, you know, this call, you know, she taking care, she got it, like, you know what I'm saying? So, and when I say I could do this for myself, you know, for real, like, I'd be like, yeah, she really, you know, can do that shit for herself. Like, so if I'm a date her or try to deal with her, I gotta be able to be on that level to be able to compliment her the way that she should be.
It's a must that you gotta be able to do what she could do for herself.
I mean, it's for me it is, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to, I wouldn't want to date a chick that look down on me. Like, I just wouldn't want to date nobody that look down on me as the caliber of guy I am.
Rise you up.
You know, yeah, that part could play too, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but
significant, bitch. You know what significant means? Sign if I can't.
Yeah, but that comes with it comes sign if I can't.
That's what significant means. Sign if I can't.
Right, and I get it, but I forgot my train of thought.
Hey, but look, this is the last thing I'm gonna tell you, because I never thought about the shit till I heard on the radio, and a dude had called up there, and the chick was mad that he didn't want to put her name on the house on the house shit. It was buying the house. Right. But they wasn't married though.
Right.
And the dude was trying to explain to the chick, it's peaches and cream right now. If this shit go left, either one of us can't do nothing with the house because you can't sell it without my approval, and vice versa. And we don't even deal with each other no more. Now, if we was married, they got shit that's in order for
a contract.
The orchestrate how the shit get dispersed.
We split this.
But
money.
she was looking at it like, nah, if you for me, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be thinking about the time that'll be bad. And she left him for that, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you gotta go, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's like you're an old lady that won't marry you, what word I'm trying to use? Benefits. You want the marital benefits, but you just my girlfriend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you know what I'm saying? If it's that serious, then we should be married if we're gonna do shit that married people do, buy houses together, like bank accounts and, you know, whatever we trying to do, like we should be doing it through a marital setup. So if anything do go right, we got something that we can say, you know what I'm saying, it's yours, it's mine, whatever may be the case. But other than that, you know, we ain't tied in no kind of way, like, you know what I'm saying? But just by saying, you my old lady, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's easier to walk away as an old lady than a wife, like, because, you know what I'm saying, we got some shit on paper that we need to get resolved.
I get it both ways, because a motherfucker like, well, I'm not going to be taking this bill and doing this and this. And at the end of the day, if we was to separate, then I'm left, I didn't pay all this shit.
You'd have to pay it anyway.
And I ain't got shit.
You'd have to pay it anyway.
Yeah, but I'm paying it with my name on something to
yeah, it's an apartment or it's a rental property. You'd have to pay it anyway, wherever you lived at. You know, but you know what I'm saying? You know. And if you could buy a house, then you go buy yours, I'm gonna go buy mine. That's where we at in it. Like we together on.
If you girlfriend and boyfriend ain't just going that easy.
It's consensual.
Go buy yours, it's just
I mean, but that's how it should go. Like, I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to lock in like that, you know, to me, because I just feel like if we go left.
For what homie was saying, huh?
Yeah.
We're gonna be fucked up. We ain't gonna better do nothing with this bitch.
I ain't gonna be, you know, unless it's in your name. Now if I gave you some money to get this, You know what I'm saying? If I pop you off some money, get this so we could, you know, whoop, whoop. Yeah, I get that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gave her X amount of dollars to go on clothes and the clothes on her house or the house or whatever may be the case. But not with both of us trying to lock it in like that and we ain't really got nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
You know,
I get that. And I get the person who's like, damn, man, shit, I don't want to spend all my shit on this shit and then I ain't got. But like you say, you got to do it anyway.
You'd have to do it anyway, wherever you're going to live at. If you're going to be responsible and live somewhere, you got to pay something.
Because the person at that person thinking like, nah, you shouldn't be thinking about no bad times. So that's throwing a red flag to me to where you thinking about bad times. We should be thinking about all good. We shouldn't.
But that's not realistic life. That's not life. People deal with shit like regardless. Shit happens. Like you know, misunderstandings. We two individuals. I come up a certain way. You come up a certain way. Somewhere we not gonna see. We don't have the same mind, love. We're not gonna think alike on everything. We're gonna run into some issues, and those issues might be a make or break type thing. Deal breakers, like where we can't really go no further with this. Like so, nah, we ain't gonna just lock that up like this. And you know, nah, I wouldn't do it. Like you know what I'm saying. You know, but. Relationships is relationships, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, you know, what works for somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Like if it worked for you, then go with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can only speak from the way I view things. Like, you know what I'm saying? The way I view things may not be right for every, you know, man like out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas see it another way.
Yeah, because that other one, I know majority of females gonna be saying, if a nigga can't buy my kids, then he can't fuck with me.
Right, and I get that. Like, and I totally understand that. Like I said, I haven't been on a like dating scene like that. You know what I'm saying? In fucking 2 decades.
But
so
niggas is saying what you saying. Like I say, that's the right and wrong shit we be talking about. Like it's all depending on what side you on.
Yeah, what part you playing in it, like you know, or whatever. So like I say, it's a whole different ball game.
I'm on that side of what you said because I'm like that. Even with everyday shit, you don't even got to be like no female involved. Like it's just my relations with people. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't try to go no further than that. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit that happened to where I meet a nigga kids, or I meet your grandma or something. It's just on the fly. We just in the same spot at the time I came by your house. But that's not my concern. I'm not going out my way to do that, and I'm not looking for the other person to do that with my family. If you just run across and you see my son, yo, I holler, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't feel no type of way if me and you real partners and you don't talk to my son. I don't feel no type of way about that. That's just how I operate. Right. I didn't deal with a lot of people. I just know that person. And you know, you might know a nigga mama because you're going by his house, but your aunties and your uncles and your other brothers, like I don't really, you know what I'm saying?
And some people look at like if I don't know them people like that we not as close as we should be.
Right. I got a problem with that shit.
Yeah, and I'm looking like your relationship is with him, not with his. Just because you know his family don't make y'all even no more closer than what it is if y'all got a problem. Like you know what I'm saying? Because you can know all his people, and if y'all got a problem, you still don't fuck with him.
Right.
So knowing his people, what that do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't make y'all no closer overall. Like, you know what I'm saying? But some people define their relationships off of, man, I know his mama, his grandma.
Yeah.
Okay, so that make y'all just that much more jam. Like, okay, I get it, brother. Like, that's the way you view it. Like, you know, because you know all these other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you probably, like you said, you probably went out your way to do that. To build those relationships. Like, oh, man, that's your mama, and let me come holler at her. Like, nigga, outside. Nigga, greet you outside, but you won't come inside and talk to nigga mama, girl.
I won't be like, because I don't want nigga to do that to me, like, even expect that. So, because I don't carry it on like that. Because you'll be real friends with somebody, and then you'll have somebody in the ear like, damn, man, nigga ain't even come to your son graduation. And, like, that shit of stuff fucking with people, you know what I'm saying, who not strong enough, who don't look at it like that, where you'll be going on like, damn.
He didn't.
That nigga really didn't, man. He ain't come to my baby shower, man. My first fucking son. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I don't do that shit like that, because I fuck with you, brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what it should be based off of overall, like, you know what I'm saying? Just to switch subject up before we get out of here, I was trying to see if you came across, did you see the interview with Birdman and
Nick
Cannon? Yeah.
Fucking boy, hey, stop it, dude. I see it. Bird was talking this shit. Bird was popping this shit. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I won't say about popping this shit for the whole podcast, because he was saying certain shit that I was like, I don't know about that. About P. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know, bro, because I'm not that old. But as some of the shit that Bird was saying about P, never was in the streets, never seen him like that. I'm not old enough to attest to either or, but to attest to how old I am to up to where I can. I never seen that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not old as them dudes, but I'm not no fucking 17 neither. So whenever it was, and I was old enough to see, I never seen or heard nobody speak on images of everyday P them waking up and in the catio and the slums, the trenches, or going to the cold cup lady, just doing the regular ratchet shit that motherfuckers do coming up. I never seen it.
Yeah, I
heard of somebody talking.
Yeah, I
about
never knew him from that side of it. You know, like I met Pete first time in Richmond. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, on the flower. And I knew C. Murd, I knew Corey, you know, and talking to him, and that's how I get up there to work with his brother, like, at the time. And that was my first time coming across him. Like, so when he was like, you from the Cali, or things of that nature, you know, I was like, I just didn't know no whereabouts from him from that. But when I come home, and once his name started, like, you know, blowing up when he put the Down South Hustlers out and things of that nature, and his name started ringing, people started saying, you know, yeah, people from the Cali, you know, so, you know, and I knew some of his, like, I knew one of his relatives, like Randall, you know, he was from the streets, he was from the Cali, and when they got street dudes like that kind of stamping the name of the person or giving them a certain kind of respect or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you can only just assume that, you know, like he must be somebody to that level that you fall in suit with him, like, you know what I'm saying, on that level. Like, he get to come into Cali or shoot videos, things of that nature. And I know that if he wasn't, or he didn't have a bloodline back there like that, I don't think that he could have came in that Cali and be on the roof, and C. Murder couldn't just come in that bitch and bust up a project and put chandeliers and marble floors in it and things of that nature and hang back there like that if they just had no ties to it.
No, they definitely got ties.
So they got ties to it. I never really heard, like, you know, like P did this or P was out here on the block. I never knew him from that perspective. Like, so when Baby was kind of saying he didn't know him like that, I had to agree that I didn't know him that way either. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think P just had moved off from moved off from the project area. I think once his brother died or whatever, and kind of went to Cali and then started making his moves in Cali, like, you know, to make a name for himself from that perspective. Like, but I don't, you know, I don't know his street ties to it. But what fucked me up a lot was when the part where Baby was saying that he was trying to get the deals and things of that nature. And when he was trying to go to Priority, he was trying to get signed with Priority. He's like, Priority whoever the A&R was at Priority told him, like, they couldn't sign him because P said if they come over here, he was leaving, like, you know what I'm saying?
That what Bird said?
That's what Bird said, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if that went that way, that's considered fucked up to me, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's another brother from, you know, the city that's trying to get on, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and that's the part of the crab in the barrel type of mentality that people be talking about, you know what I'm saying, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's the kind of shit that people be saying, you know we don't do or we should be, you know, pulling the next man up to some level. But like I said, I think things went the way that it was supposed to go for them because, you know, I don't know if Priority would have been the best fit for Cash Money, especially from what they did with Universal, like, you know what I'm saying? And then with them stalling out and waiting a little bit and gaining momentum and dropping more projects in the mix of that, you know what I'm saying? It just built up more where they wound up getting one of the biggest deals in the game. I think P had did what he had to do at Priority. He had made a staple in that business, like far as with Priority. He had moved Ice Cube out the way. He became they big man, and it was just more like, you know what I'm saying?
You think most people hate and insult a nigga down with the intentions of you not knowing or going to find out or what the intentions is? I don't give a fuck if you find out. Fuck that boy.
That could be the case. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Which one you saying? Like, niggas do it with the intentions of I'm hating on them and I know he's not gonna find out that I did that. I got the intentions of I'm hating on him and I don't care if he find out because it's fuck that boy.
I just think that those brothers had some things that happened, like from the street.
Not them, I'm just speaking in general when niggas hate and salt you down.
Yeah, well, you know, in a lot of cases it is. Like, fuck that boy.
Oh, fuck. Not even that, because you
I think
you might not know.
I think fuck that boy is a part of hate by itself. Like, boy, fuck that boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know he from the city you from, and you know that you see what this situation doing for you.
So you're not thinking the nigga doing it with the intentions of he not gonna find out that I did this, like a slime ball.
Sometimes I think they don't even care.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Because when you at the top of the game
that's
like that,
disrespect to the max.
when you at the top of the game like that, and you not, and you saying fuck that or whatever, like you don't, it's almost like I don't really care if they know or don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I said what I said, and that's what I feel, and
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
That's real disrespect if you like fuck a nigga, he can't come to priority, and you don't care if we even find out. And there's millions of dollars that I'm knocking you out of, and you telling me out, boy. That's a nigga that I would rather respect than the other nigga. That's like the nigga get whispered about.
Yeah, it's just so much street shit that had occurred, you know what I'm saying, amongst those brothers, like the entourage of those brothers, to a level where I think that's what led to can't fuck with that like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? When you start losing people that you love, you know what I'm saying, people affiliated with certain people, then you just get to a level where you like, I don't want nothing to do with them, and I ain't trying to help them in no form or fashion.
I wouldn't say that. Well, I would say slime ball shit, because it's like you just trying to run game and play game. You trying to finesse shit. Cause you thinking you swift and you know what I'm saying. You fast. I'm talking about like in jail, like you running game and shit. But I did so you tell this nigga something, you tell him something. You just making plays, trying to run game. But it had been time. I don't know if that ever happened to you. It had been time to where that shit come together and both people know that you playing games. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucked up feeling to know that I did that and that y'all know that I did it.
Right.
So you think that's how a nigga feeling? Once I know that you did it's fuck. You think that person feeling fucked up because you know now that I did that?
It could be. It's hard to tell, like, you know what I'm saying, in a situation, because if my attitude is fuck you, like, you know what I'm saying, and I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for nobody else. I'm speaking for me. If my attitude is fuck you, it's fuck you, bro. And if you find out or no, it don't even matter. Fuck you. Like, that's how I felt, and that's why I stood on that like that, because I don't give a fuck about you. And if it's judging off me to make something happen for you, it ain't happening. And I don't give a fuck if you know that. Because if you came to me and asked me, I probably would have told you I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's your personality. And like I said, I'm just only speaking on myself if it's fuck you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that I will be concerned if you found out or didn't find out. Like, you know what I'm saying? If that was my real thing. Now, if I was trying to he in your face and then slime you behind your back and you found out that I did it, I probably would be embarrassed about it or fucked up about it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but that's because I'm in your face, making it like I'm gonna do something for you. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make it work for you. I'm gonna put a word in and all this kind of shit. If that's going on, like, that feels, and a person find out, I'm quite sure you will feel a certain kind of way. But like, if it's fuck you, it's fuck you, and that should be able to be the way it is, in your face, behind your back, around the corner, any way you look at it. Fuck you is fuck you, no matter how you look at fuck you. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying, bro? So if you standing on that side of the business, ain't nothing slimy about it. Just where I'm at with it. If I gotta help you, it's just not gonna happen. No matter if you came to me, it's just not gonna happen. You know.
If I say some whole shit, right, and I'm feeling a certain type of way about a person, and you repeat that, you heard me? Is that kind of like you agreeing with me from you repeating it?
Meaning what? You gotta.
It's like, this is a prime example, because this is what I'm talking about. Shannon Sharp and Shaq don't like each other, right? Mm-hmm. And Shaq was trying to get some dirt on Shannon Sharp, and Matt Barnes had spoke that in the through a group message that he had heard, that like turning the nigga on, like this was going on. Shaq paying big money for woo. You know what I'm saying? Is you fault no boy? If he passing that on like that, is that saying that he agreeing with what Shaq doing and he advocating for that? Not
really. That's just saying that this is what I heard Shaq looking to do.
Nah, fuck that, man. You advocate. To me, that would make me feel like you want this to happen to Shannon Sharp, and you co-signing that. That's why you being a pawn for it. You know what I'm saying? You advertising it. If you didn't, you wouldn't even. If you ain't get down like that, we're trying to fish, I don't think you wouldn't even mention it, because that's how a nigga was doing it, like a salesman. I don't even know if y'all get down like that, but I'm just putting you on. Shaq not only be throwing big Monday around, I don't know what time y'all on, but I'm putting it out there. You see, that's like an advocate.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you know you can
And
look at it from
that's
that.
slime ball shit, bro. That's the snakiest shit right there.
But is he do he fuck with Shannon, Matt Barnes? Like do he have a relationship with him? See, that's the perspective that you got to see it from as well. Like, I don't know this dude like that. Like, I fuck with Shaq. Shaq telling me, like, man, you can find something on this nigga. This is what I'm looking to do. All right, well, I don't really know too much about him, but I know other niggas that might know him. Say, bro, Shaq trying to pay some money for, you know, if y'all can find out, if y'all know some secrets on this nigga that he'll pay you for it. I don't fuck with Shannon. I don't know him like that. I fuck with Shaq. Shaq telling me about it. I'm asking some other niggas that's in the that sport people that done played the game that might know some shit. I'm just letting y'all know. I don't know it because if I knew it, I'd be like, oh yeah, the bitch did blah blah blah, pop me off too. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So it's slime ballers if I'm advocating like to a level if or I'm doing some fucked up shit if I'm friends with Shannon as well. Now that's fucked up. I'm not getting in that business like Shaq. If that's where you at, like I'm just leave that alone. I'm not gonna get in the mix of that. But if I don't fuck with Shannon like that. I'm just telling niggas, like, I don't want y'all to miss a bag, because if I knew, I was going to get the bag. I don't know nothing about the nigga, but all y'all done played sports, and y'all might know the nigga, y'all might have heard something, so if you know something...
Big money getting
Shaq popping niggas off. Like, so, you know, I'm just letting y'all know. So, you know, it's how you look at it, like, oh, what side you really own it from what...
Yeah, if I'm the nigga, like, if I'm Shannon Sharp, I feel a way about you doing that.
I would listen
if you fuck with me or not.
And he's supposed to. I'm not saying Shannon not supposed to because still it's still, you know, it's against me. So I'm gonna feel the way I feel regardless to whoever's saying it. If you fuck with me or not, it's still some shit about me that niggas willing to go this route to sabotage me. I'm like, wow, Matt, Shaq, and whoever they talking to, even the niggas he disgusted with.
If you the person doing that with Matt Barnes is doing, and you my nigga, you my partner, we do the podcast together, and I'm on this bitch saying, I'm on this bitch saying, man, all y'all niggas out there bashing Shannon Sharp, y'all down bad, shouldn't be going, you know, y'all shouldn't be doing that. But me and you podcast together, and you the Matt Barnes nigga. How could I say that? You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas shouldn't be doing that when me and you podcast together. The nigga who closest to me is the nigga who doing it. And I'm saying that because my stance is what Steven Jackson saying. I'm like, how could you be saying that, brother? And the nigga who you podcast is the nigga who is advocating, is on the chat saying the shit that we just said. So it's making it seem like, damn.
Some of them dudes' business relationships just be what it is. Business relationship, they don't be partners, bro. Like, look, Shannon Sharp put some texts out talking about Ocho. Like,
I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, he was like, he texting somebody and he's saying, I don't fuck with them, I don't fuck with him like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Ocho, he's naming all kind of niggas. It might have came from what you talking about when they talking about looking for whatever, and whoever texting them back is asking them a certain thing. Well, what about Ocho? You're like, I don't fuck with him like that. Like, you know, we do this, but we ain't partners. Like this about a bag. He fit probably for what we was doing, and it's good for the camera, but that ain't my partner. So I don't even tell him my business. I don't rock with him like you may think I rock with him. So that, like, in so many words, he was saying that. So that could be the dynamic of what's going on there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one nigga feeling like, yeah, I do the podcast with you, but I don't feel like that about Shannon. You really not my partner. I do the podcast with you, but we ain't really partners. It's all about a bag for us. All of us is ex-fucking NFL players that's sitting down here talking to get a bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't getting nothing. Like, they ain't coming from the ground like us, like building something, like talking on like they ain't doing it. They doing like, you do sports, I do sports, you understand sports, I understand sports. This is gonna be good for this, and we're gonna make a bag. Them dudes be probably going on telling you, like, oh, stupid ass niggas. Like, that's why they be having all those problems. Like, you see the shit that's going on with Mel, your girl from Joe Budden podcast or whatever, how they like, you know, your boy put out something. He put out Drake put out a thing with a picture of her on. He upped her, but he down your boy, which he divide and conquer right there on them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make them. You a legend, but you're sitting next to, you know what I'm saying, Dick Suck or whatever may be the case, right? So it's like, and she felt proud that Drake up there like
Yeah.
that, and your boy feeling a little slighted by like, like this nigga shitted on me, but he,
Melissa Ford.
yeah, Melissa Ford. So at the end of the day, like they on a podcast, but they looking like, all that shit is like strictly business. They're not getting it out the mud, but these people swap around. She coming from this place to that place, or this fit good with this. These people not partners. They're not really building nothing. Like, you could be replaced. Maury and Maul, Rory and Maul, they kind of doing it, you know what I'm saying? So all that shit gets separated and moved around because they not really coming out the mud with
And
nothing.
they don't really rock with each other.
Yeah, like you be thinking because you see them conversing on podcasting about certain things. Like
But they don't really rock.
But they don't really be having no partner. Like, you see how we talk. Bitch, if I don't call in a day, bitch, you rocking funny, bitch, you know what I'm saying? So it's a different dynamic of what we do compared to what some of these other brothers do. I don't think Wallow and Gilly rock like that. They family. Like, they rock totally different than a lot of other people that's just got these counterparts that they just feel like we do good commentary with. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't really no partners like that.
Yeah. Only people we rock with is you. The only people we rock with is you, you little bitch. You looking right there. You. We rock with you.
Yes, sir.
Keep rocking with us. Real raw shit, podcast, medicine, all your dope. I go by Gas the Realest.
I'm Mr. MEANA the Motivator, brother.
You already know the why.
Man, watch this, don't watch that other shit.
Yeah.
Boom.